William Hill sponsors Joshua versus Parker live on Sky Sports Box Office.
Radio Raheem here with William Hill's Rain Man, Joe Crilly, ready to crunch these numbers for us. Now, I don't have a lot of money, man. I've got a very few pounds. You've got to get these things right. If I turn up Saturday morning with just my rent money in hand, a few shillings, where should I place my bet? Where's the smart money going?
A couple of shekels. So at the moment, the money's all for Parker. Because of the fact that he's such a big price. Anthony Joshua is the red-hot favourite to win this at 1-8. But at 11-2, Parker is currently attracting most of the money.
So the money's going to Parker because he's a bigger payoff. But is he the better bet?
In my opinion, no, and certainly in the opinion of our odds compilers, definitely not. Anthony Joshua, what you tend to see with fights like this is you will see people backing the longer price, but as the fight gets closer and closer, that's when the people come and whack down their 10 grand, their 20 grand on Anthony Joshua at that very small price for a relatively small payout as well.
Now, these fights of Joshua's usually don't go 12 rounds. He's not known for taking guys the distance. But is this the kind of fight where betting on a round is maybe the most advantageous rather than betting on just win or lose?
Yeah, big time. Obviously, Joshua being such a short price, people then try to get a little bit of value wherever they can. You won't be surprised to hear that the round betting for Anthony Joshua, the longest price that we're offering is 14-1, which is the first round. The shortest price that we're offering is 8-1, and that's round 6 or round 7. So that's where the smart money will probably be going over the weekend.
When you look at a Joseph Parker type and an Anthony Joshua, do you think that the odds are influenced at all by the star power of the guy? Like everyone knows his name, blah, 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 or is it all technical? Like, are they breaking this thing down scientifically?
Well, our odds compiler can't afford to be
fan.
He can't afford to be a fan because he'll lose money if he is. But what you do see is that the betting is influenced by the money that you see over the counter. So if you take Klitschko, Joshua, last year as an example, in our Vegas sports betting, it was around about 50-50, so the two fighters were even money each, whereas over here, all of the money that we were taking was for Anthony Joshua. So in the UK, he was a red-hot favourite, and that's because the British people were backing the British fighter. So certainly our odds compiler can't afford to be too biased, but you tend to see the prices influenced by the fact that he is a British fighter. Now,
when we talk about how much honey is in this pot, right, for this fight, how much money has been bet thus far, just total, regardless of what they bet on, and how does that compare to other Anthony Joshua fights?
So it's quite small at the moment, and that's pretty similar to all fights. With a few days to go, people aren't willing to part with their cash and wait a couple of days for the payoff. So you tend to see all of the money coming in the last 24 hours. And we're expecting an industry-wide turnover of upwards of £10 million on this fight.
Are there any interesting parlor bets, side things going on that are not just straight up and down, this fighter wins, that fighter loses, this round knockout, this kind of thing?
Yes, we've got quite a few, but my absolute favourite, obviously, you've got Floyd Mayweather, got to the 50-0, somewhat controversially. Anthony Joshua, 50-1 to get to 50-0.
Oh, really? You can bet on that now? 50.
Yes.
Whoa.
It's a long-term investment. But it's probably a better interest rate than you get in the banks.
Well, this is my long-time investment counselor right here. I got my little rent money every month, and I talk to this man about what to do with it. Thank you again for breaking down the money odds and what to do with it if you're a gambling man. Radio Raheem with Joe Crilly here with William Hill for Anthony Joshua versus Joseph Parker.